Greetings and salutations, and welcome to You Ought to Know, the podcast where we dive into all things automotive with the goal of being educational, enlightening, engaging, and if none of that, at least entertaining. I'm Mike Urban, your host and the owner of Urban Automotive in Oakville, Ontario. Whether you're a fellow shop owner, client, or someone just simply curious about the world of cars, thanks for joining us on the journey today. Today I have the esteemed pleasure of one of my neighbors coming, Mr. Charbel Mishael. Charbel owns AOK Collision Repair and Simplicity Oakville East. You've been managing the business since 2012?
Yeah. That's
You
right,
graduated from a bachelor degree in automotive business from Georgian College.
That's right.
That's pretty impressive.
Thanks.
You currently have 5 employees, and your old man owns AOK Auto Service in Oakville.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
So a little background history with Mike and I. Mike actually helped support me when I first opened up Urban Automotive. I was the black sheep of the area for the most part. I reached out to several shops to help me because I didn't have an alignment rack. So I went to several different shops that did and found out that I was paying the full retail price from them on all of my alignments that I was selling to my customers and making $0.
Oh, wow.
And thought that was normal. And your dad quickly put me on the right foot and helped guide me and helped me set up my business. So I think very highly of your pops, and people think that in the automotive industry, it's all about competition and you're out to get each other, but it really isn't. It really is a changing perspective, and people need to understand that this kind of thing, interaction, the whole goal of this podcast is to simply make people aware of the difference in our industries. Mm-hmm. So, welcome.
Thank you.
I think the first question that I want to ask, and I think that this goes probably to most of the people out there, okay? Charbel, what do you auto body guys do with all the money that you make from the repairs?
Well, Mike, I got a couple yachts in Miami, condo in Spain. No,
that's what I'm thinking.
I think you guys are making all the money, Mike.
Yeah.
All my money's going into the paint and materials
for
we're
sure.
paying.
For sure. So let's touch a bit on that because we're different.
Yeah.
Right? Our industries are different.
That's
and
right.
most people think that a guy that does repairs knows auto body.
Yeah, that's a big misconception out there, and maybe we're just gonna clarify a couple of things today.
Yeah. Well, I made the mistake, used to make the mistake all the time when I first started. Somebody would come in and they'd have a dent from a grocery cart in the parking lot, or somebody hit them in the parking lot, and they'd come. And I remember one came with their Mercedes, and I said, that looks like $100. Like, it's no big deal. Just go up the guy up the street and he'll give you a proper quote. And like an hour later, the customer returned and said, I have an estimate here for $5,000. Like, what the hell? That's not $100, Mike. And I'm like, wow, okay. Lesson learned. I will never do that again.
Yeah, that's quite the lesson. Basically, in the body world, turn on the light switch in the shop. It's just $100.
Right.
With all the overhead we're dealing with.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So times are changing, and you grew up in an automotive family.
That's right.
Did it ever feel like you were destined for the industry?
I think so, Mike. It was I was been around the shop since I was very, very young, like maybe 10, 12 years old, at the tire shop, helping out on the weekends. It's kind of just natural thing that I got into, even in high school, working in the shop, and then when I signed up for Georgian College, there was a specific automotive program, so it kind of kept me in the auto industry most of my life. Yeah.
Perfect. And Dad encouraged you to get in?
He was open to anything, but out of high school, when I wanted to study business, and then when I found that specific program for automotive, I thought it'd be a great idea
for sure
to jump in.
And you could work with him on the two industries
Exactly. Yeah.
and interchange, which is
Yeah,
great. And
yeah.
Dad's owned AOK since 95.
1995. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
been around a while and knows a lot. So what are your earliest memories of being in the shop?
Oh, my memories, like the most exciting was, when you're young, you get to take the cars out, right? Pulling the cars out.
Yeah. Now we have insurance and all kinds of things. Yeah,
pulling the cars out of the out of the
yeah.
bay or pulling them in.
Yeah.
That was the most fun. Even like going for a little spin around the building.
Oh
I
my
remember
God.
this old Corvette Stingray. Like took that for a little rip.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
How did watching your father run AOK Automotive shape you on how you operate today?
Well, my father, like as you know, like he's a very honest man. Like you're saying before, you're paying retail for alignments, and he told you straight up, right? Like what you should be paying.
Right.
So I think like the way he runs it is for customers. Like if he'll tell you exactly what you need, and he won't really upsell you, or maybe just inform you down the road you're going to need this, and that kind of builds trust with the customer. So that's what we try to do also in the auto body industry, because the auto body industry, there's a lot of things that are kind of embezzled, and there's things that you don't really need to fix.
Right.
And we try to explain that to our customers, try to give them the best price possible, look for the cheapest parts possible, just to get the car at least done, right at the right price. So.
And I can agree with your statement, because there's lots of shops that we can deal with here in Oakville. There's lots of auto body shops. I think there's over 20 just on Spears Road alone that people can go to. And people come in all the time asking, again, Mike, can you give me a quote on this auto body repair? I got a scratch, I got a dent, I got hit, or my kid hit somebody, and we don't want to go through insurance, and can you guys just fix it up? And I explain, look, that's not our field. But I found you and started referring my clients to you first thing through Simplicity, and explain to them, look, this guy will give you an honest opinion on what the cost is actually going to be. Now, is there a big difference if someone goes through insurance versus doing a cash?
Yeah, I mean, when you go through insurance, the big difference is that your insurance company, 90% of the time, they will do their own estimates.
Okay.
So they will send either an appraiser out, or nowadays, what they do is like a virtual estimate. So you'll take pictures of the car and pictures of the damage, and they'll send that estimate to us to go to work on that based on that estimate. Whereas like a cash deal or a retail deal, we will give you the estimate on the spot and work with you to try to save the most money, right? Like if we can fix the bumper, we'll tell you straight up, we can repair this bumper. Sometimes it'll cost more to repair it versus replace it. So we'll even tell you that. We'll tell you this bumper is like so-and-so to fix $600, but hey, I can get you one for $200 and we'll paint it. And it's almost the same price. You might as well just replace it.
So is that aftermarket new, or is it used? Do you guys still use used parts?
We do use parts. There are a lot of used parts out there.
Okay.
We can source them from Canada, US, and Mexico. So that kind of broadens our spectrum.
Do you guys use like LKQ?
Yeah, we use LKQ, Tiger Auto Parts, and then any other wreckers in Canada we can use as well.
Right,
Yeah.
of course. So when I've brought my vehicles to you.
Yeah.
Right, and I know the last one, I brought my wife's Cadillac, and you guys came out, looked at it, took a couple pictures, went inside, said, Mike, you'll have the estimate within an hour. And like 30 minutes later in my email, there's a quote, and I'm like, okay. And then I bring the car in, 3 days later, and you guys do it within 2 days. And when I go pick up the car, the price is exactly what you quoted me. Like how does that work?
Yeah, like I mean, for most of the time, for general repairs like light scratches or small dents and scruffs, um, the picture is really clear, like it's there. Um, if it's a little bit more extensive, we would have to tear down the vehicle and give you 100% quote. So we try to do that, like we try to do it mostly like right on the spot, 100%.
Right.
Right. So like for your instance, I think it was a dent, scratch, something
It
like
was a
that.
dent. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty straightforward. We know there's not going to be any surprises underneath. Whereas if there's something that is questionable, we will, if you have time, we can pull in the car, take it apart, source all the parts that you need, and give you the most accurate quote. So that's that's our goal, right?
Right.
To be the most accurate as well.
And you're
Yeah.
very good at
Yeah.
it. So the one that raises another question. The biggest fear that was always in years gone by, and you had touched on it in your initial entrance speech there about the costs. People were always afraid of getting a color match.
Mm-hmm.
And body shops in general, I feel, have done an excellent job in being able to, I guess, blend, is that the term? Blend in quarter panels and blend in.
Yeah.
And there's a lot less orange peel if you have the right individual doing the application, I guess.
Yes.
But has the technology changed for paint application, or is it still pretty much the same, or has training gotten better? Like, how is it that I hear less and less about cars not having issues with color matching?
Yes, the technology has changed. With the paint manufacturer that we're using PPG paint. It's the top in the industry. We have an actual camera that will scan your car. It'll take 5 pictures of the panel and give you the most accurate color that will match this car.
Amazing.
Based on the way the car looks now, from the sun fading,
Right.
from scratches and so on. So that's one of our tools that we use. We have a downdraft paint booth. When we apply the base coat and the clear coat, you won't get that orange peel look because the material is getting sucked out.
Amazing.
I know like some shops, they might be painting on the floor or something like that.
Sure.
So that's why you're going to get the orange peel, right?
Right.
You don't have the heat to dry it and all.
And for those that don't understand what orange peel is, it's basically if you ever look at the skin of an orange, it's got the dimples.
Yeah.
And it's still orange, but you can
Yeah.
clearly see the dimples in it.
Yeah.
And when generally back in the day, from what I recall, through school and everything, whenever you paint anything, you run the risk of getting that orange peel, and you see less and less of it. I haven't seen any from your shop, which is why, again, I refer my clients to you, because you're fair, you're honest, and you do a good job.
Yeah.
Right. And I haven't had any complaints. So
That's good.
that is important.
Yeah.
So with that's amazing technology, and that makes a lot of sense. But that comes at a cost.
That's right. Yes. I mean, it comes at a cost when you're using like a good paint system. It definitely comes at a cost, and it adds to the cost of the estimate. But you're getting the best paint, the best clear coat, and you're getting a lifetime guarantee on the life of the car, right? So.
And I'm sure there's added expenses. I mean, we have environmental fees and everything here at the
Correct.
shop, and I'm sure you have my sister used to run a furniture refinishing business in Burlington, and she had her spray booth and she had filters, and there were costs, and she had to have regular yearly inspections from the fire department and fire suppressant stuff installed and filters. And I'm sure that's a regular monthly or quarterly cost of
Yes.
having to change these filters and
Yes,
everything?
you got to change the filters. You got to change the paint booth decussant so there's no water in the air lines.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of costs involved to make your car come out perfect.
Right. Now, in our industry, and basically, I can refer for layman's terms like I'm a general practitioner and you're an orthopedic surgeon,
Yeah, that's what it seems
right?
like. Yeah.
Like the two industries are that far apart.
Yeah.
And people think, well, it's a car, and it's, the auto body guys must know mechanical, and
Yeah.
mechanical guys must know auto body, and then nothing could be farther from the truth. In most cases, I mean, I'm sure there's some individuals out there that are just geniuses and can do both, and hats off to them. But for the most part, when you go to a mechanic, you're going for general mechanical repairs, electrical repairs, diagnostic, tires, brakes, suspension, driveline.
Yeah.
Whereas anything body related, paint related, you're going to an auto body. Now, I learned something after getting our ADAS equipment. There's a difference between collision repair and auto body. Are you able to explain a little bit about that, what the difference is?
Yeah, you're right, Mike. Like collision repair is basically like your vehicle is involved in an accident, like whether it got T-boned or you rear-ended someone, and
Structural damage.
structural damage, electrical damage, and so on. Auto body repair would be more like dents, scratches, and so on. But yeah, like that's
Is there different licenses for that?
no,
Is that-
no. But you'd have your 310
S?
S, yeah, for
Okay.
the auto body license. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So if a vehicle comes in, I assume you do insurance claims and repairs?
Yes, yes.
So you have like, am I using the term right? I'm showing my ignorance here. Like a puller to pull the body?
Oh
if
yeah.
it's- if
Yes. We have dent pullers for aluminum, metal. We also have plastic welders to weld bumpers. So we got all the tools in place to get the car back to the OEM standards.
So you have a guy there that has a 310S that can pull it straight. Like let's say it's a full frame vehicle, like a pickup truck.
Yeah.
So this pickup truck was rear-ended. It's aluminum body, like a Ford. I guess even the Chevys have got
The Chevys are aluminum. Yeah.
aluminum panels now,
Yeah.
and I know that because my truck
Yeah.
got dents. Well, I'll be talking later to you about it. But anyway, the full frame, if the frame gets dented or bent, we've got to pull that steel frame straight. Talk us through what the process is for something like that, so that people understand. Because why the hell is it so expensive to get cars fixed these days?
Yeah.
Like it's like honest to God, and you hear about vehicles. Basically, if the airbags deploy, it's my understanding the cars basically are write-off in most cases.
In most cases, yes.
So let's get into a little bit of that, because I'm sure there's people out there that want to know why it costs so much to do these repairs, like through insurance, because it seems like our insurance rates just keep going up, never stop. And the costs just keep rising. And I get inflation, and I get the cost of living, and I get all of that. But it's important that people understand the cost of doing business. As you touched on initially, people think that the money just goes into your pocket and you're just making millions of dollars every year, but you're really investing it back in your business so that you can continue to provide your clients with the best options for them.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, like the reason why auto body is so expensive, like also, the labor to pay, like
Yeah.
is very high up, because there's a low supply of skilled workers out there.
I was
I'm
going to
sure-
ask.
yeah.
I was going to ask how hard it is to get somebody that knows how to apply paint.
Yeah.
If it's the same as a 310S or a RSE mechanic, because it's tough out there.
Well, it's finesse, right? So, like to get to the paint, to get it to the painter, it's like that takes finesse, and then the painter has to take it to the next level, so the car comes out nice and perfect, right? So, I mean, there's different steps. Like a little scratch on the door, you might think it's $100.
Right.
Yeah, but that
I do.
yeah, scratch and
I
dent,
do think it's $100.
scratch and dent on the door.
Right.
Okay, you want to make that thing perfect. We got to take apart all the moldings. We got to take apart the door handles.
Right.
Right. We gotta grind that thing down, pull the dent out and the scratch, apply fiberglass, certain fillers,
sure.
right? And then we gotta prime it. And then when you're priming before you prime, you gotta smooth it out so the bodywork doesn't show through the primer,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if it shows through the primer, and then the paint is gonna show through the paint.
Right.
So there's so many steps, like tedious steps that you gotta do, and then when the painter gets it, he's gotta take the time to mask the whole car because you don't want overspray on that thing,
Right.
right? Because then it's hard to get off the overspray.
Right.
So yeah, and then the painter gets it, and his special skill from his experience makes that car looks brand new
Mm-hmm.
or how it's supposed to look, right? And if the body man did not do a good job getting that dent out, it'll go back. Like the painter can send it back to make it perfect, or my job is to make sure it's perfect before it goes into paint. Because once it goes into paint and he paints over that thing,
Yeah.
that's it. Like
It'll be a huge loss
Yeah.
if they have to redo it.
yeah, if they have to redo it, yeah, exactly.
So there really is two separate jobs, one being the body man
Mm-hmm.
and one being the painter.
Yeah, 100%.
So how do you locate a good painter? Trial and error?
You can kind of know, like when you're interviewing painters, you could tell by their experience. But yeah, most of the time, yeah, trial and error. We'd give them like a week, 2 to try them out,
Yeah.
and see what they're producing. So it has to be a fine balance of speed and quality,
Right.
but like where the speed is not affecting the quality. It's like a juggle.
I hear
right?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we have our seasons here, as I know you know through Dad's shop. You got tire season where you're getting 25 cars a day that you got to push through.
Yeah.
And you still got to continue the level of standard that you built for your shop on the expectations for your clients, but at the same time, you got to get the cars done,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I totally understand that, but all the more stress, like you don't do any kind of having a loss here for words, restorations.
No, we don't get into that.
That is a totally different.
Yeah, that's a totally different world.
And people need to understand that too, because that is a specialty in itself.
Yes, it's a specialty in itself. It takes time. It takes room in the shop. It takes special auto body technicians for that. I mean, we can do that. I've done restorations in the past,
Mm-hmm.
but
And learned quickly that you lose money.
yeah, it's not just about money. It's about time and space, right? When you're pumping out volume and you're trying to cater to the collision and dents and scratch, it's hard to go back and forth on a car because those restoration jobs, they need a lot of attention, right?
Right.
Yeah, a lot of attention.
And it's hard to gauge. I mean, you would think that a slow period would be now because it's cold and nobody wants to. So if I've got a vehicle that I store or don't use regularly, then now would be the perfect time to bring it in. But all it takes is one snowstorm, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then you're busy.
You're busy. Yeah. You're
Right.
swamped.
Like you've got vehicles that have having, all these fender benders on the highway that get brought in.
That's right.
And do they just show up randomly, or does the insurance company call shops like you?
Insurance companies will send us assignments.
Okay.
We deal with a few tow trucks and obviously with the retail world as well.
Yeah.
But the thing is also with that is as soon as we get this insurance assignment, a lot of the industry now, it's all based on cycle time, right?
Okay.
So how fast you can get the car in, how fast you can get it out, right?
Okay.
So that there's a lot of pressure on us to do that. And
So if you don't hit, or if you have consistently a poor cycle time, you get dinged.
yes.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of insurance companies. I know that TD and Aviva have started opening up their own shops
That's right. That's
that
right.
are based on their, I guess, reputation, or how is that deemed?
I guess it's
the preferred shop.
They're trying to cut out the shops. I like like, I guess it's just a brand thing, right? Hey,
Right.
you could bring it to TD Body Shop or Intact. I guess they're just trying to cut out the independents.
And they'll argue that they want it more consistent and that lower your
Yes.
rates because you're
Yes.
dealing with the shops. You bring the car to our shop. Now, there are still insurance approved shops, correct?
Yes, we are also insurance approved.
Okay.
So there's no issue there. We're using all the top insurance standards.
Awesome.
We're all the insurance qualified parts, whether it's aftermarket or original or even used. There's certain standards that we would have to use.
So from an insurance, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but if I don't blur it out,
Yeah, no problem.
I'm going to end up forgetting. So if you have an insurance appraiser comes in, looks at the vehicle, and says to you, "This is the budget that you have to be within." Like I'm speaking from total ignorance here. I have no idea how I think I know how the system works, but this is why I'm trying to delve into it more for our listeners and help have better understanding of how the insurance actually works. So I get into a car accident on the highway. Tow truck driver says, "I want to bring it. This is the shop you want to go to."
Mm-hmm.
And I say, no. I know my friend Charbel owns a shop. I want it taken there. And does that mean that my insurance will push back to say, no, you should be using our approved shop potentially? So if I'm with, let's say, Aviva,
Yeah.
and they say, no, you've got an Aviva shop that's 500 feet from Charbel's shop. We want you to take it there. Do I still have the right as an owner of the vehicle to say where I want my vehicle repaired?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, Mike. You as a motorist have the right to choose what shop you want to bring it to.
Okay.
You cannot be bullied to take it to a certain shop. You as a motorist have the right to take it where you want.
Because I think there is honestly a lot of shades of gray in there where people think that they are obligated to do exactly what their insurance company tells them, and they're forced to have to go to a shop that, quite frankly, might be inconvenient for them.
Yeah.
Right? Like I know that there's a TD shop out in Stony Creek that I know of that recently opened a couple of years ago. And if I'm living in Grimsby or Hamilton, and that's the only shop, if I've got a guy up the road that I know or have heard of or done a Google review and seen that, gee, he's pretty good, why can't I take it there? Because he's 2 blocks away from my house.
Mm-hmm.
I still have that right.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. It's your car. It's your right, your choice.
And there shouldn't be any pushback from the insurance.
No, there shouldn't. There, like, I think
I bet
a lot
there
of,
is,
there,
though.
there is, but I
bet
think
there
a lot
is.
of them understand now, like because their base, like their business is customer service, right? They
Right.
want you to be happy. They
Sure.
want you to recommend their insurance company. So I feel like now there's less pushback
Okay.
as long as the shop that they're going to offers a lifetime guarantee, right? They'll be okay with it.
How does that work?
So
Tell me about a
well-
lifetime guarantee.
Well, that's what I was talking about with the paint, right?
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like with PPG paint, there's a guarantee on our paint, on our base clear or our primer base and clear, as well as we have an in-house guarantee, right? Like
Okay. We'll talk about that, man.
yeah,
Let's talk about
that's like if there's an issue with the car or the repair that we did,
right.
you could just bring it back and we'll fix it for you.
So we're talking about, like, you see these cars that are driving down the road and the clear coat is all peeled off, like the Hondas.
Yeah.
I see a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I think that there was a recall on that at some point back in the day where they knew that the primer was affecting the paint over time.
Yeah, that was a Honda recall.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to put it in the minds of people that they've probably seen these vehicles where they got gray underneath and the paint's peeled off.
Yeah.
So if anything like that happens after you've done a paint repair,
which it won't.
it
I used PPG for over 10 years and never had any issues.
That's the one. That's the one. Okay.
Yeah.
So
just so you know, it'll never happen.
that's good.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying that.
But
Sorry.
if it does, bring it back. We'll fix it for
So
you.
that's what the lifetime guarantee
Yes,
is. Because
yeah.
I mean, I'm big on the warranties myself. That's why we've gone with TechNet and CarQuest with our 3660 warranty. So for 3 years, 60,000 kilometers, any repairs we do generally with most of their parts. If anything happens to that and that fails, that component fails, which it won't.
Yeah.
And the first 3 years, 60,000 parts and labor are covered. So that to me is appealing as a consumer to hear that. So that's very interesting. So getting back to, I have an accident. Tow truck driver says, no, we're going to take it to this shop. And I say, no, I want to take it to my buddy Charbel. My car gets towed to you.
Mm-hmm.
Take us through the steps once you receive the vehicle, just so that people know it's going through insurance.
Yeah.
So-
So the car will get towed to our shop. First step, we got to pay the tow truck driver.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
So the insurance company doesn't pay the tow truck driver?
they will reimburse us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is certain rates that they have bylaw rates that they have to go abide by.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't charge over the top. So we'll pay the tow truck driver. He drops it.
Did you see my podcast with the tow father?
No.
No?
I didn't.
Yeah, no, I talked about
Maybe I should watch that.
Yeah, for sure. So
He was
Joe, the
talking
tow
about.
father.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about chasers. He used to be a chaser, and
Yeah.
these guys that are doing the pickups from accidents are chasers, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the term
Mhm.
is chaser,
Mhm.
and that's not derogatory. They're chasing
They're
after.
chasing accidents.
Yeah. Okay, so you pay them. That's taken care of. So then what happens?
That's taken care of. If you're probably gonna be there, so we'll help you.
Hopefully not in a hospital. bed or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll help you call your insurance company.
Okay.
So like if you could sit down in a nice office, have a coffee, water.
If I haven't already called the insurance.
Yes, if you
Okay.
haven't, and we'll take care of your claim for you, and we'll get you in a rental car. That way you can go home.
If I can just jump in here quick, is the right process for someone that gets into an accident? I mean, I've always advised them, and I've advised my nieces and nephews, if you get into an accident, you should call your insurance first. Is that the right step or no?
No, if you're gonna get in an accident,
It's a major one. The car's
Yeah.
not drivable.
yeah, you
Right?
got-
Like the
you-
wheel's been taken out. I can't drive this vehicle.
Yeah,
Not a dent. Not
most
like
likely,
not a
you-
fender bender.
Yeah, if you hit someone and you're able to go to them, you got to get their insurance and driver license.
Right.
And if it's a serious accident, you got to call the cops.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to call the police
So
because on the spot they're gonna do a police report, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
on the spot they're gonna do a police report if it's a major hit, and then
do they still use those police stickers here in Ontario? That
Yeah.
Say reported
the
to
police. Yeah, they still use those.
So okay. So
Yeah.
when you're seeing these cars drive around with no stickers, you know that wasn't reported
Yeah,
to
yeah.
police.
Well, it might have been, but they just peeled them off.
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
yeah, I think the first thing is to make sure you're okay and the guy that you hit or he hit you is okay.
okay,
Call
yeah.
the police, and
Yeah.
then most likely these chasers or the police will
Arrange for
a
tow.
tow,
Okay.
a tow, and then if you know a shop or whatever, you'll bring it to me or a shop that you know, or at that point you can call your insurance and say, where should I bring this car?
Right.
Yeah. So
especially if you're traveling and you're out of province or out of
Yeah.
state or out of
exactly,
that
exactly.
you don't
Yeah.
have no clue, then yeah, of course.
Exactly. Yeah.
So car comes to you. We
Yeah.
you get me in a rental car. So now I'm in a rental car. I've had my coffee at your place. I feel comfortable. I've talked to you. I'm like, this guy isn't slimy at all. I like him. I think he's honest. My car's in good hands.
That's it.
So I leave. What happens?
You leave. You've notified the insurance that it's at our shop.
Yep.
So the next step is we wait for an appraisal to come out.
Okay.
And there's two routes actually now. The insurance company might send us a link to upload the pictures ourselves.
Okay.
And they will do an estimate in their head office, or they'll send an appraiser. Either way, we got to wait for an approved estimate from the insurance company.
So this is where things get interesting and juicy.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it determined what the cost is for you. Like,
Yeah.
so in my industry, I have a door rate,
Uh-huh.
and my door rate's $175 per labor hour. There's shops.
Nah, you're making them. You got
Oh
the
yeah,
yacht
just-
in
just-
Miami.
Yeah. Have you seen this place? Have you seen my guys? We got quality guys. We got quality. Anyway, it all comes at a cost. There's other shops that are much less
Yeah.
door rate, and I don't think really that much less, because
No.
I have obviously called around. I know what the prices are, and we're fairly competitive.
That's right.
Do you find that there's shops out there that are? Do the insurance companies allow shops that are extremely hourly rate lower than you to compete?
So here's the thing, Mike. Well, the reason why I said wow is not because of your rates being high, because that's where the big difference is in body shops versus mechanical. Your door rate's 175. My door rate's 85.
Okay.
Right. And but to the insurance companies, there's a big thing going on. Their rates are stuck around 60, 65.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're expecting you to get paid $65.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah. So that
When your guy's making like probably $40.
40. Yeah.
Like, are you are they insane?
Yeah. So I think there was a big thing in Quebec. There was a petition for all the body shops to get the insurance companies to raise the rates,
Right.
their door rates, to at least match retail rates.
Right.
I think it went through. I think they're trying to do it in Ontario too. But yeah, so basically they'll give you the estimate based on their rates, right? So
at that point, like because clearly you know what's involved with this repair, and you must have set in your mind, look, this is going to take me 20 hours to bring this car back, and it's the PPG being the good stuff. It's going to cost me this X amount of dollars for this. In your mind, you already have a price in your mind. If they come in and undercut you by a lot, and I don't know what that gauge is, 10, 20%.
Yeah, most of the time, no, because they add everything, every little clip, every little screw. So most of the time, what the insurance company gives body shops, it's
fair.
It's fair.
Okay, good.
The only where it's not fair if the appraiser missed something, or from the pictures they missed something, which that happens more often than an actual physical guy coming out.
Okay.
So you got to go back and forth. You got to add certain thing, like it's called a supplement. So if he missed the rat support or the radiator because the bumper wasn't taken off,
right?
So you take pictures and send that up. That's where they compensate. So they help with that.
So they come or get the pictures. They say this is what we're willing to pay.
Mm-hmm.
What deems a car a write-off? Because I'm sure there's people out there that are.
Yeah. So your car will be written off if the ACV, so actual cash value of the car, is so the repair is 75% of the cost of the car.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the repair is over 75%, the cost of the car, they'll write your car off.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it's like a 20,000,
and that's like black book value or
market value.
Market
value. Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Did things change through COVID?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, the market value of cars went up,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So there was a lot of repairs happening. They'll also write your car if there's significant structural damage, like you said, airbags blown. There's a lot of reasons. Engine blown.
And airbags are obviously a key safety
Yes.
feature.
Rollovers as well, Mike. If the car's rolled
over,
yeah,
it'll be a write-off. Okay. Interesting. So we get the agreement. You start the work. Everything goes well. In a perfect world, 3-4 days, I get my car back. 3-4 weeks, 3-4 months.
Yeah, it depends on the severity of that. No, our shop, we try to get, like, if it's a big hit and parts are available,
Right.
we can get it out in a week.
Okay.
No problem. Retail jobs, we usually get out 2-3 days. Now, here's where it gets tricky. If your car is drivable
Yes.
and the parts
Aren't available.
aren't available,
Right.
we will order the parts for you.
Gotcha.
You drive the car around. When we get the parts, we'll call you. You come in, and then that way we'll get the car out faster.
Right.
Whereas it'll sit and we're waiting for the parts. There's no point, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we'll be very clear about that.
And I've had that happen with my truck
Yeah,
when I was backing up my trailer and I hit that stump
that's right. Yeah.
and it jumped and it just dinged
The
my
stump
literally
jump out.
just dinged my bumper with my 16-foot trailer
Yeah.
and dented the bumper, but it caved in the side.
Mm-hmm.
Like unbelievable. And that's when I realized that GM's now using aluminum body panels.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was in for, I swear to God, like $6,000-$7,000 damage. I'm like looking at this going, this truck is just destroyed,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like they're going to have to replace this whole body panel. They're going to have it. And you ended up ordering me a bracket. You pulled out the bumper, put in the new bracket, and somehow fixed the body panel to like new condition.
Mm-hmm.
You would not know. And I swear to God, you would not know anything like professional for under $2,000.
Yeah.
Like I was so impressed, honestly.
Thanks. Well, that's what we try to do. Like I said, we will try our best for you to save money, but not affect the quality of the job. Yeah.
So where do mechanical and auto body worlds collide the most today?
That's a good question, Mike. I think like so when we're taking apart cars, especially front ends, right? We got to take apart radiators. We got to take apart condensers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where they kind of join,
Right.
right? The body man's got to remove the freon, the AC freon.
Right.
You got to.
He needs a license for that.
Yeah,
Right.
he needs a
So,
license.
I mean,
Yeah. So he's got to get from our mechanic shop. He's got to pull over the
Refrigerant machine.
refrigerant
Yep.
machine, pull
Yep.
it out, right, before he can take apart that rad
Right.
or rad support. And same with the rad, you got to drain the coolant. So I think that's where they come. Sometimes we gotta remove tires as well, like rims and tires.
Because I'm sure,
spot.
I mean, there's a reason that I haven't gotten into auto body. I'll be honest with you, because
yeah.
I think it's a bigger pain than general
Yeah,
repair.
you can
Like,
see my gray hair.
well, at least you have hair, kid. Like, I mean, when I started, I had your hair, but I think of all of these vehicles that have got rear heat, rear air conditioning, all these SUVs and all these vans, and you mentioned like doing these AC repairs and stuff like that. If we've got kinked lines or broken lines, you've got to replace that.
Yeah.
But then you got to make sure that the AC is working when the vehicle leaves. Because if not, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. You got to make sure the AC is working, the fan's working.
Right.
Even like turbo intercoolers, we got to replace those because a lot of cars are turbocharged now.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, like it's a lot of the front end work. Like if there's front end damages, we kind of overlap mechanics and auto body.
Right.
Side panels, not so much. Yeah.
So how have modern vehicles blurred the lines between collision repair and diagnostics?
Yeah, that's a big thing right now. I mean, most modern cars, they have so many sensors and computers, right?
Aren't they great?
Yeah, they're
People love them. I get customers that are excited. They pick up, Mike, I got a new car. Check out my new car. And I'm like, that's great.
It's great. How many
it's got
sensors
lane.
this thing says?
Yeah, it's got self-parking.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Lane assist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Auto cruise. Self-cruising. Yeah. Perfect. Super cruise. Sounds great. Yeah. Until things
till things go south.
go south.
So, like when we're even when we're repairing like body panels, you gotta be careful. We gotta unhook the battery.
Yeah.
You can't weld a panel with the battery hook. You're gonna fry a module,
Ugh.
right? And then you're getting the thousands of dollars. So
I'm getting a headache just listening.
Yeah,
to it.
it's not just take apart the car and bang out the dent. You got to make sure where you're fixing, and what you're doing and what could be affected, right? So, like I said, we'll unhook the batteries. We'll have to unhook airbag sensors, right? Well, and parking sensors and so on, and then when you put them back, right? If you're getting an error code, that's where you got to diagnose.
There's a problem.
There's a problem.
Yeah, there's a problem.
There's a problem.
And at that point, do we call the appraiser and say, "Hey, we've got an issue"? You can't.
Well, you can.
Can you?
You can
Okay.
add for diagnostics.
Okay.
Because they understand, right?
Okay.
You can add for recalibration and diagnostics, for sensors, blind spot sensors, airbag sensors, seat belts.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
crazy.
Yeah,
Because that's, I know with ADAS, a lot of people don't realize what's involved with that system and how complicated the system is. And that's where the handshake happens between the auto body and the car repair, because you simply have the issue with doing these body repairs and having to do the mechanical repairs.
yeah.
So it's a case of the two are amalgamated into one. So it's an issue. So for those of you that caught that, we were interrupted in our podcast, eh?
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I try to time this podcast in the morning so that we get our guests in before our 12:30 lunch break. Because if we go after 12:30 or anywhere near 12:30, the team comes up for lunch.
Oh.
So we have 8 people coming in for their lunch break because we shut the shop down between 12:30 and 1 so that everybody gets their lunch. So we ran into the 12:30. That was the interference. It's part of doing business. That's the unfortunate thing that, like, you're not getting paid to be here, eh?
No, I'm
No,
not.
so,
Definitely not. This is not a paid.
This is
advertisement.
not a paid advertisement. This is not done professionally by
Unless you
by
wanna
some
pay
social
me.
by some social media group. This is just little old me running my shop, trying to do a podcast to make things interesting, and my "you ought to know" genre to let people try to educate my clients and educate people out there about our industry.
He's
and
paying me $2 million.
yeah. Based on my door rate. I check what your dealership's charging you there, guys. Anyway, so we were talking about ADAS,
Yeah.
advanced driver assist systems,
Yes.
and how these convolute the lines between our industries, because you need to have special licenses for like AC. You need to be licensed to do any kind of major mechanical repairs. You need a mechanic's
right.
license. You don't need any licensing for painting or spray booth.
Yes. You
You
need
do.
an auto body license and a
thought so.
painter's license as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, and those take time to get, obviously. and
Yeah, like
they're serious, just like 310S.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
They have to go through the trades college, Seneca, Mohawk, something like that, and then they have to get put in their hours to get licensed.
Right. So we might have somebody that's a youngster listening to this podcast or watching this and on YouTube and having an interest in getting into the trade, and that's important to know. Right?
Yeah, it's a very rewarding trade.
I mean, we're selling it. I think the two of us are selling it today. Yeah. We're selling
If
it.
you want to get into it, there's jobs everywhere. It's
Yeah,
very
there's jobs
rewarding.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Here in Oakville.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
It's very rewarding. It's fun. You get to work with cars, work with your hands, see the end result.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, with the ADAS, we have the special equipment. Not every shop does, because quite frankly, just like your paint stuff, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Like
So,
we're not dealing with pennies. We're dealing with thousands of dollars to get the right equipment and then get the training and then be accountable for the work that you do, just like you do with anything structural on vehicles, I'm sure, with the auto body, right?
yes, yeah.
So Why have calibrations changed the auto body industry forever? So when you think about cars from the 80s and the 90s, they didn't have all of this ADAS. They didn't have the calibrations. They didn't have the sensors.
Yes.
Now, if the vehicle's out of alignment, you need to put it into alignment after the accident.
That's right.
But the ADAS is also affected, right?
Yeah. It
Potentially.
yes, it is definitely affected because if the car is out of specs, it won't drive properly. Like, you got the lane departure warnings, you got even auto cruise, and so on. So
Your side detection.
side detection. So all those, if they're not put back properly or calibrated properly, the car is not gonna run properly.
So what happens when repairs are done without the understanding of the full system?
You're gonna run into problems.
Nightmare.
You're gonna
Right.
run into problems. The right shop will know what to do
Right.
with the car, and it'll know what sensors are there and the steps to take to make sure you don't damage something.
So it's one thing to make the car look good, but it's quite another to have it run properly again
Right. Exactly.
after a collision.
Yeah. Exactly. Like our work is not done till the car is 100%. Like we can reassemble it after the paint, but before it reaches the customer, we got to make sure there's nothing on the dash. We got to make sure we go for a test drive, make sure nothing pops up down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not just fix a dent, paint it, assemble it, and get it out. That's it. It's not
So
like that.
in my industry, the general auto repair, we see the aftermath of lots of shortcuts and do-it-yourselfers. Google's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody's a Google mechanic
YouTube,
now.
Google,
YouTube,
AI.
and they're watching YouTube right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful thing. Oh, look how easy this is. This is so simple. And then the car gets towed into us because guess what? It's not as simple as it seemed, or they weren't specific in their video and they over torqued it and they did more damage. I assume that you must see that in your industry as well?
Yeah, we will see it two ways. Like if mostly with color mismatches, like if a customer brought it to a shop or bought a car that has been fixed,
Right.
and they notice that the color is off, we will see that. We'll see that in peeling, delamination of previous repairs. Also misalignment of bumpers, stuff like that. So yeah, we do see it. Like sometimes we get the odd customer, hey, I fixed this car somewhere and they did a crappy job. Can you
Right.
fix it for me?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
is there still a lot of curbsiding happening?
Like backyard mechanics.
Exactly. Like they get cars that are wrecked and they fix them up and they flip them.
Yeah. Like
As
in
is.
Yeah.
They sell them as
Yeah.
is. And then people think that they're getting a deal like on Facebook Marketplace. And lo and behold, no, this car has been branded.
Yeah.
Right. And
That's-
can we talk a little bit about that, about branding? Do you know much about how that works?
Yeah, I know how that works.
Okay, so-
I mean,
Because we want people to understand when you're looking at a deal on Facebook Marketplace or Auto Trader where the vehicle's being sold as is, there's probably a reason why that vehicle's being sold as is.
yeah.
Because they're not wanting to tell you what the issue is or the vehicle has an issue.
Yeah, like in terms in relation to like body work and collision work. I mean, when you're buying a car, most cars, like when you purchase, you're gonna buy a Carfax. So make sure you get a Carfax.
Right.
If there was an accident, it'll be reported on the Carfax report through the insurance company, and you'll know where the accident was. So you'll know where to look if the previous repair was up to standards or not, right? But then you run into problems where cars are fixed retail or not with the insurance companies, and you won't know. So, I mean, for in the collision world in relation to auto sales. I mean, it's important to get the car checked out before, right?
That's the key.
Yeah. So we can also help with that also. Like we can check the integrity of the body and paint and so on, even if you can't see it.
What I tell people, and I've got a couple of YouTube videos on this about having pre-purchase inspections and how important they are. And it's simply because of the fact that a lot of people will get into an accident with a vehicle and it's a seemingly a fender bender, or they've already had an accident and they don't want it to go on their insurance. So then they do a deal with the individual. Look, I'll pay for the repairs. Don't put it through insurance. Happens all the time. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know from friends and having clients that have done it, it happens, right? So they go to a body shop and the body shop's going to do it the cheapest that they can. And then the people will either sell the car or turn the car in or whatever. So with that, you see, go into a little bit of details about that. So how often does that happen in your industry? Do you have people walking in, like when you said, like it's a customer pay situation, they come in, hey, I had this accident on the highway. Some guy sideswiped me. We didn't want to put through insurance. He's given me $3,000. Can you get it fixed up in $3,000? Then we do the repairs, but it's not reported on any Carfax.
That's right. Yeah.
So when you're buying a used car, it's important to have a licensed tech check out the car.
That's right.
To confirm. And what we're looking for is anything that is out of place. You know, bent panels, the orange peel, which we talked about earlier.
Yeah, screws missing, colors different. Yeah,
exactly, because that's a red flag saying, hey, overspray. We talked about that too.
Yeah.
Like all of these things are indications that this vehicle was involved in an accident.
That's right. I mean, and then that like in your industry, we can help the customer with that and give the customer information to go back to the seller and say, hey, I think this car was repainted. Can you explain more? If they're honest about it, maybe they got pictures of the accident.
Right.
Then you're good. But if they're trying to hide something, I would probably walk away. I would walk away from the sale.
We had a client that came in with a vehicle that was being purchased through a local used car lot here in town, and it was an amazing deal. Like it was $8,000 less than.
Too good to be true.
Absolutely. And I said to him, please, for the love of Jesus and all that's holy, come to me. Let me check out this vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, Mike, no, it's great. It's beautiful. Like this, it's meticulous. It's awesome. I'm like, no, please, seriously, bring it. Well, the guy thinks it's too far to go, blah, blah. I said, walk away. Like, just walk away. If he's not willing to let you check it out, walk away. So he threatened to walk away. The guy said, no, I'll go with you. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Great. We'll get you in this afternoon. Put it on the hoist. Everything looks okay. It was a late model vehicle. And something just told me it was off because this vehicle, we $8,000 less. Like, where did you get this vehicle from? The auction. That's the answer.
Yeah.
And that's where most of the used sell vehicles as well, right?
Yeah, we do sell used cars as
well. So you get them from the auction?
Most auction, retail trade-ins, other wholesale sources. But
sure.
Yeah, most of them from the auction.
So you don't know the history of all the vehicles that you get, right?
Yeah,
so,
if most of them they come with Carfax or they're disclosed, right?
Right.
The auction does a pretty good job of doing condition reports. Like they'll say this is previously repaired.
Okay.
Or like previous panel replaced.
Okay.
They have their own inspectors.
Okay.
So unless they miss something, then.
So in this particular case, we put the vehicle up on the hoist, everything. I had a gut feeling. I ran the VIN, called up the local dealer, ran the VIN. So can you check, see if there's any issues with this VIN? And guess what? It came back.
What?
The vehicle was branded.
Oh.
So it was late model. It still was supposed to have warranty, and it was within the warranty mileage, but the car had been written off. And somehow managed to get back on the road with repairs. So the dealer flat out told me, this car is not in our system anymore. It was written off. It was
written off. Yeah.
So that's what the branded means for those listening that don't understand what it what it is. And although it's rare, it's few and far between, I would imagine, it still happens.
Yeah. So even that's where you got to check the ownership or ask questions when you're buying cars that are too good to be true. Is this a branded car?
Right.
And you can even look on the ownership; it'll say branded on it.
Really?
Yeah, it will say that it's brand.
Okay. When do we cross the line of it looks fine, ignore it? So when an individual, I have a teenage kid driving, hits my car in the parking lot or whatever, in underground parking, dents it, bumper goes off. We got lights on the dash saying, hey, our side detection is out. I don't want to put it through insurance. When do you cross the line? Like
In terms of like doing
the repair, like as far as like ignoring it.
Yeah.
Like just ignore it. Drive with the light on. Like a check engine light on. Like everybody drives with a check engine light on because they think, it's nothing. If the car was a problem, it would let us know. But that light determines every single major sensor in the drivetrain of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, hello,
Yeah.
it might be a loose gas cap, but if something else fails, you're not going to know.
You're not gonna know. Yeah.
Right?
Like, I mean, I don't think there is a line. I think if somebody hits you, right,
You should get it checked out.
you should get it checked out.
For sure.
And then you can, from the professionals like us, we'll look at the car, we'll estimate the car, and then you can decide if, okay, whatever, I'll let it go. I don't want to fix it. But like you said, if there's a light on your
Or
dash,
a message.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would get the car fixed.
Backup
Yeah.
sensor.
I would get it fixed because
Yeah.
the calibration is off or the sensors are off, right?
Right.
Even like light fender benders, your bumper might get pushed in, somebody might back up into your bumper, and it might have been a slow hit, but underneath there you got other things. You got absorbers, you got brackets, even headlights. Like even if there's a hairline fraction cut in the headlight where it's mounted to the rad support, you wouldn't know unless we checked it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that safety.
Yeah.
It all comes down to
Down
safety.
to safety. I would say if you get hit, just get a professional quote, and then you can determine whether it's fine or not.
So why do people focus so heavily on price when it comes to collision repair or auto body repair?
I think they focus so heavily on price because
we're always going, and I'm sorry for jumping in,
Yeah.
but what I'm getting at is I got, the insurance company will tell you to get quotes from 3 or 4 different places. And I always want to go with the cheapest, right?
Yeah.
Like I always want to go with the cheapest. That seems to be the mentality. And is that like a normal thing? Is that like from the standpoint of your business, do you try to keep that in mind when it comes to, look, I've been told by my insurance company to get 3 quotes. Does that affect your decision at all? Like,
no, like, I mean, so usually that would happen if somebody hits you, like a third party. Oh,
Right.
Can you get a couple quotes for me?
right.
In terms of insurance companies, they won't tell you to go around to get 3
No.
quotes.
Okay.
They'll send an appraiser, or they'll make you send pictures, like I said earlier.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they'll give you that's it. This is what we're doing.
Right.
This is what we're paying.
Right.
You could choose which shop you want to go to. That's it. I've had instances where retail quotes, people have gone and gotten 3 quotes, and we'd be the highest or the middle, but they'll still choose us because they feel like that's the proper
Of course.
steps to do it,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So
for
that's
sure.
where you got to watch out. Oh, okay, buddy can do it for 600 or something, or half the price, but what is he doing?
Right.
Was he gluing it together?
I bet he's not using PPG.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So how insurance steers conversations at a high level, we've talked about. So in summary, you can choose who works on your vehicle.
That's right.
You have the right to say, I want my vehicle serviced at this place, not at the place that you're telling me to. So first and foremost, that's important because a lot of people, I think, just are at the mercy of, for starters, when you are involved in an accident, your adrenaline kicks in and you're in fight or flight. Like you've been injured or you've injured someone, or you caused the accident, or you were involved with the accident. It's scary. Who do I call? What happens? And that's why I always tell people, when in doubt, first thing you should do is reach out to your insurance. That's why they have the insurance slips supposed to be in the vehicle so that you can call them, have them on speed dial.
They can sort everything out for you.
They can sort it and clear it and keep things flowing. And if you know of good auto bodies like you, then you have the right to say, no, I'd like to have it brought there.
And you even at the scene of the accident, you can even call your shop like us, and we can help guide you as well. Like, I mean, you can call me up and say, hey, I just got in an accident. What should I do? Okay, are you okay? This and that. Exchange insurance. If a tow truck comes, tell them you want to come to us, and we'll deal with it.
Right.
Like I said, we'll deal with the tow truck, we'll deal with the insurance, and we'll deal with the rental.
Which takes a lot of the stress.
Even like if you can't get a rental at that point, we can drive you home or drive you to work or wherever you need to go.
Right.
But yeah, that's another option too.
So behind the scenes, materials, equipment, training matter more than ever.
That's right. Yeah,
like
100%.
With the technology of the cars today, the quality of the cars today. I mean, I just did a talk with the Rotary Club of Oakville yesterday, and they had asked me to talk about EVs, electric vehicles, and what they're going to do to our industry and the concerns. Touching on that a little bit, again, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Do you obviously do work on electric vehicles?
Yes. We are Tesla certified. We can work on all electric vehicles.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, Hyundais, Teslas. We've done so many electric vehicles.
Did that cost you more to get certified by them?
Yes, it did cost more. Some special training was involved.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, with us, we do general maintenance on the Teslas, tires, brakes, suspension, alignments, ADAS. But as far as any major reprogramming and stuff, that's all proprietary. That's all done through the dealership network. Most of it's done.
Most of it's done through the cloud. Like
exactly.
You just plug it into the Wi-Fi and it'll update.
And they'll update from wherever.
Yeah, which is great actually.
It is. But now we're talking about the Chinese BYD vehicles that we've signed off on, 49,000 units coming.
Oh, really? They're coming to Canada?
They're coming to Canada.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that deal was inked on the weekend there.
49,000 units?
Yeah.
All of Canada?
Yeah, to start. And here's the interesting thing that I brought up with the Rotary Club. The information that I have currently, and this may change, is that 50% of those 49,000 have to be on the lower end, so the cheaper.
Oh, okay.
So these vehicles, the BYD Chinese vehicles, fully EV, range in price on average between $18,000 and $25,000 Canadian.
Wow.
Which sounds fantastic.
That does sound fantastic.
Doesn't that sound great? That's awesome. Apparently they're going to start rolling in March of this year.
Okay.
Nice and early.
Who's selling them?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how is this?
How do we get these cars?
This is why I say, like, I don't understand how this type of system setup can work. And the interesting thing is, I don't have any information on these vehicles. Do you?
No.
Well, how could we?
Yeah.
Right? Because they're not even here. We don't even know what they are.
Is there a BYD dealer here?
No, not that I know of. No.
So is the Canadian government going to sell them?
I don't know. This is the interesting
Mark
thing.
Carney is going to be selling BYDs.
One of the things that came up was like the batteries in these, because you hear of all of these scooters, electric bikes, and stuff having fires in apartments and houses and garages, all Chinese. Like, what kind of safety standards are involved with these?
Yeah, that's a good
with these
point.
vehicles.
Yeah.
Right. So this comes around to, behind the scenes as far as working on these vehicles, having to know, because if one gets into an accident, how are you going to fix it? You're going to see it more than me.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
because
Exactly.
like structurally, if the vehicle gets damaged, you need to replace body panels. Where do you get the panels from? Where do you get the information for them from? Like, this is all very, very quick, and it all sounds great because these BYD Seagulls, have you seen any of them?
No.
Some people, you talk to people that haven't done any research, they're the Yugo. Oh, they're going to be another Yugo. It's not going to be a big deal, and they're making a big deal out of nothing. Oh, no, quite the opposite, I think. I think that if you've done your research, these are beautiful vehicles, like Tesla level quality.
Okay.
The reason why they're so cheap is because the Chinese government is subsidizing, and the labor force is completely different compared to North America and Ontario, where we manufacture the vehicles here. But people are going to be driven by price because they always are. So when you think back, and I used this example in the Rotary Club yesterday, back in the 50s and 60s, Volkswagen came in. What happened? Good, reliable vehicle, cheap. Everybody bought, right? Changed the market. In the 70s, we had the gas crisis. Toyota, Honda comes in with their little engines, their little cars, great, cheap. What happens? Take over the market. And there was at least some structure there. Here, we've got a company coming in from communist China, bringing in product into our country. Where's the standards? Have they been tested? Like, are they going to be going through the system? I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't have the answer.
That's strange. You're right. I mean, are they just going to come to the port and sit at the port for 40 days?
I know people are eager. There was a few individuals there that raised their eyebrows, like, oh, 18,000, I can get a brand new vehicle. And you think back to, I mean, you're old enough, I would think, like in the 80s, they brought the Hyundai Pony came in. You remember the Hyundai Pony?
No, I don't remember that. I'm not that old.
Oh my God, seriously? When were you born?
86.
Okay. So I think they came in 85, 84. Hyundai came to North America, brought in two cars, the Stellar, which was their fancy one, and the Hyundai Pony. And the Hyundai Pony was basically a Nissan, I think 710, based on 4-speed transmission, like just a cheap little car. Weren't very good, weren't very reliable. Some say they were fantastic. It hit and miss, right? Hit and miss. But this BYD, from what I see and the reports that I see, is very, very good. But there's concerns there. So how is that regulated? I mean, our industry more than anything is super regulated. You know, like for as far as environmentals and
there's going to be some challenges, that's for sure.
I hope people realize that there's a reason why there's pushback on them.
There's a reason why price is not everything.
Right. Yeah. So safety systems have raised the bar for body shops.
That's right.
So our backyard body shops are starting to go the way of the dodo bird, and we have to. Most of them are professional.
Professional. You need to go to a professional certified shop, just to make sure your car gets up to OEM standards.
Right. Because you don't want to. You don't want to have inferior parts or inferior individuals working on the vehicle.
Exactly.
And price isn't everything.
That's right.
Which is what I was trying to stress there with the Chinese vehicles coming in. It's not just about the price. You have to think long term.
Long term, exactly. You have to think long term of the car. Even if your car is leased and you fix it at somewhere that's not certified or not using proper material, you're going to get dinged with at the end of your lease.
Right.
Yeah. It's not just, oh, this is not my car, I'll fix whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of leases have that you have to bring it back in like new condition.
Like new condition, yeah.
So it's a rental. A lease is basically a rental.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people come to us as well. Hey, this is what when you have your lease inspection, this is what they asked me to do.
Right.
And we help them with that. We help them at a fraction of the cost or a little bit less, and they're happy. They're always returning their cars and not getting dinged for lease return issues.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So, continuing to educate our customers here, how should a car owner choose the right body shop?
That's a good question. I mean, well, that's a I would.
So for us, for my industry, I'll tell you how the majority of my new clients come in, Google reviews.
Yeah.
So I Googled you, and wow, you've got great reviews, and I've decided to give you a try.
Yeah.
And that works for us. Is it the same for you?
That's the same for us nowadays. Everything's Google reviews.
Everybody revolves
Yeah,
around that.
I mean, when you're getting estimates, you can ask questions like, "What kind of type of materials do you do?
Okay.
What steps are you doing?"
That was
Yeah.
going to be my next question, as far
Because-
as what questions should they ask before they do the repairs.
Yeah, like you should be kind of educated on the process. Like, oh, are you removing this bumper and fixing it, or are you keeping it on and just masking it? What is your color match techniques, your color match technology? What warranty do you have too? Like,
Right.
So those are proper questions.
So non-PPE shops, and we're not bashing anyone here, right? You don't need to name, but are there any other manufacturers out there that have the same type of warranty as PPE? You said it was the best. PPG. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of paint companies have warranties. The big ones like PPG, Sherwin-Williams, BASF. But it's when you get into the no-name brands that you want to be worried about. And also, like when you're getting an estimate, you should ask, like, do you guys have a paint booth? Are you guys painting?
You have to
it?
ask that?
Yeah, because you'd be surprised. There's some shops out there, smaller shops with cheaper prices,
Yeah.
that they're just painting on the floor. They're spraying water on the floor and they're painting. But if the shop is equipped with a full downdraft paint booth or side draft and an oven
Yeah.
that's baking the clear coat when it's done, that's how you know it's a legit place also. Yeah.
Do you get people often asking to get a walkthrough of your place?
Yeah, I was just going to say that
Okay.
too. Yeah, like even if I feel like a customer's kind of on, like he's deciding, I'll give him a walkthrough. There's nothing to hide.
Yeah, and I do the exact same thing.
Yeah, you wanna come
first time
check out-
customer, come see.
Yeah.
And the majority of them say, I've seen enough of your videos
Yeah.
that I don't need to. But
Yeah.
if you're going to take me through, let's go
do
see.
it. Yeah.
So it's honesty is the best policy
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why do this type of relationship between our shops? Why does it matter?
Between our mechanic and collision shop.
Yeah, well, between you and I, shop
Yeah.
owners, like, why is it important? Like, people are sitting here going, well, this guy's promoting the competition, and like, why? Like, it's important.
Yeah, it matters because your customer is trusting you,
Right.
right? So that means you're trusting me to take care of your customer.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So if I piss him off or
Or
screw him
up,
over,
then
it's
it's
like, Mike,
it's
who's this Mike guy? Why is
Exactly.
he recommending me to this guy?
That's exactly
Yeah.
where I was going
Yeah.
with that. So it's
very important.
And at the same time, it works in the opposite as well.
That's right.
Now, I'm sure you'll refer them more to your dad, which
Yeah.
is okay.
Mhm.
And again, everybody can't be the same.
Mhm.
You know what? But we can all do business and run legitimate business honestly
Mhm.
and ethically, and do our best to support each other
That's right.
as small business owners.
That's
And
right.
that's the whole point
That's the whole point. Yeah.
of this little process. I want to thank you so much, Charbel, for giving me your time today
Thank you.
to come, and hopefully it shed some insight for our listeners and
hopefully.
viewers on this. And I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mike.
Thanks for
letting me on.
coming out.
Thank you.
All right. All
Yeah.
the best. And
you.
if any of you have any questions for Mr. Charbel, I'll include his information down below in the link here, and you can know all about where your shop is located here in
Yeah.
Oakville, and they can reach out to you.
Yes.
You even said
absolutely.
I could put your cell
You
on.
could put my cell. Call
Wow,
me anytime.
look at this. Nobody has my cell.
24/7.
Nobody has my cell. that you're gonna learn quickly.
Yeah.
You don't give out your cell, but okay,
Yeah.
I'll put Charbel's cell
Yeah,
on. Don't worry.
No problem.
So you can call, text, or
Call,
video
text.
chat.
Yeah, even video chat. I can do that. Pictures.
Perfect.
Yeah. No problem.
Kid, thanks very much for your
Thanks.
time.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
one.
Mike.